Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the latest game review, and it's time to talk about a game that I've been waiting for a long time. For today's review, I'm going to be talking about Bayonetta 3, the third installment in the Bayonetta franchise. So for those of you who have been following Bayonetta from the beginning, the way it looked, at least to me, it was the female version of Devil May Cry, and that's not a bad thing at all. I really enjoyed the first game. The second game kicked all kinds of ass, and now the third game has finally come out. Before I continue, the footage you're all seeing is captured from Nintendo Switch, and also my apologies that it took a bit longer than I expected to get this out, as I was also playing God of War Ragnarok, which video coming soon. So after 12 hours of gameplay, which probably will be more depending on subsequent playthroughs, I loved Bayonetta 3, and this is honestly my favorite out of the three games. Getting into the plot, in Bayonetta 3, we once again follow Bayonetta, who this time is voiced by Jennifer Hale, and by the way, I will not be talking about the drama surrounding on Helena Taylor in this video, just so you guys know, who must face against man-made bioweapons called homunculi. I'm pretty sure I messed that up really badly, and an entity known as the Singularity, which threatens to destroy the multiverse. She is assisted by an ensemble cast of characters and a new witch in training named Viola. Talking about everything I liked, starting with the plot. For the first time, I can say that I loved the storytelling this time around. Now, it's not that I didn't like the story of the first two games, as I did enjoy the stories of the first two games, but if I'm being completely honest, while the stories of the first two games were a blast, this is the first time I felt like in the Bayonetta franchise where a story had high stakes, which are established almost immediately. I won't get into the story too much, but it does deal with the multiverse, which what story doesn't involve it these days. However, I loved how it intertwined in this plot. The plot of Bayonetta 3 takes some twists and turns that I genuinely was not expecting. Some bits had me cheering, and I even had those audible gasp moments a few times. And there was even a moment where I almost shouted, "No fucking way!" It's a story that, even though it had high stakes, it still sticks to the over-the-top storytelling of the previous two games. Also, this is a no-shit Sherlock statement, but either play the first two games before playing or watch a story recap. And something I want to add on are the characters. Bayonetta is as badass as ever, Jeanette is a delightful presence, and Lucas still cracks me up with how clumsy he is. But there's a new character named Viola. I've been seeing quite a lot of discourse about Viola online, about how she's annoying, and I gotta say, guys, I disagree. I think Viola is badass, and in a way, she kind of reminded me of Nero from Devil May Cry, and especially how people reacted to Nero when Devil May Cry 4 came out. I remember how people were up in arms about Nero in Devil May Cry 4, but then people loved him in Devil May Cry 5. Now, I don't know if Viola will get the same reception if there is a Bayonetta 4, but if she is going to be the main focus, I'm in because I thought she was a badass. On to my favorite aspect of Bayonetta 3. The gameplay, most specifically, the combat. The combat in Bandana 3 is insane in the best ways possible. If you're into games with combat, like let's say Devil May Cry, then you will feel right at home with this one. Seeing Bayonetta throwing a specific combo before landing a batshit crazy finisher never gets old, especially with the amount of mixing you can do with Bayonetta's attacks and weapons. And that brings me to something that I loved about the game: the variety of the combat. Being able to switch seamlessly between weapons mid-combo, there's so much exploration you could do from this alone, and makes the combat always exciting. To add on top of that, you can summon monsters as well mid-combat. So combine that with the regular melee attacks, the seamless weapon switching, and summoning monsters, and you have some of the most fun combat of this year. There's even segments that go into more side-scroller gameplay when you play as Jean, and these segments were a lot of fun. Gotta talk about the monster designs. To say in one word, the monster designs are badass. And when you see some, you'll immediately say, well, most likely, I want to fight that. Something else I want to get into is the art direction, and I will mention this also later. If there's one thing in particular I loved about the art direction, it was the level design. There's so much, wait for it, variety in the level design. And knowing this game deals with the multiverse, you're going to be going to some pretty awesome places. There's a particular level that once I saw it, I almost said, wow out loud. And considering that this is on a Nintendo Switch, the game looks damn great. With one minor issue, the colors bounce, and in some certain areas, the game even kind of grounds itself, if that makes any type of sense. One more thing to add on is the music. I love the music in the game so much. The moment I heard Bayonetta's theme, I immediately kicked into overdrive, but I have to mention Viola's music. Viola's music to me kind of sounds like Baby Metal's instrumentals with the vocals of a band like, let's say, Paramore. Now to move on to my issues. The only real issue that I have with Bayonetta 3, and this is such a small issue, and that's that the visuals don't look quite as good as 2. So overall, I had a kick-ass time with Bayonetta 3. I loved every moment of this game from start to finish. The incredible story, crazy gameplay, the music, and the ending, which has been proven to be divisive, but I dug it. Even if it doesn't look as quite as 2, man, this was an incredible game. All in all, I'm going to give Bayonetta 3 a 9.75 out of 10. If you have a Switch and love the Bayonetta games, pick this up immediately, even if this video is a few weeks late. So comment down below and let me know, out of all 3 Bayonetta games, which one is your favorite? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames are in the description below. That's going to wrap it up for my review of Bayonetta 3. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see in my previous 2 reviews, please click on the left or right side of the screen. And of course, when the Mike's review or video goes live, I'll see you all next time.
Perfect timing.